Man, this whole time, bro, they made us fucking think Africa was such a poor country, bro. Such a place you wouldn't want to be at, bro. And speed is single handedly changing my perspective on life. Like the music in Africa, the culture, everything, every single aspect of Africa just makes my insides feel so good, bro. And it makes me just want to leave America, bro. I feel like America is the trap. America is the trap. The American dream is the trap. Everybody else is free, but not free from America. America's the problem, bro. America's the fucking problem. And I'm ready to get the fuck out of here. Like, speed, thank you, bro.
Bro, that whole ISHOWSPEED like live stream in Africa damn near made me want to fucking cry. We are so fucking cool, man. I see why they took our ass down there. Like, we are so fucking cool. That shit is like, this is what y'all took from us. I'm so mad. So many people that look like me. I'm so mad. I can't go back. Oh, we are so fucking cool. I'm jealous.
I'm turning 2021. Every single one of you. Everything.
Right, what's good, family? Welcome back to our YouTube channel. My name is Mr. J and this is Mr. J Diaspora. And if you have not subscribed, please join us on our way to 1,000 subscribers. Please, guys, support and also don't forget to like so that YouTube algorithm may send this video to more people so that more people can watch this particular video. Now, let us dive into the topic of the day. Now, I have been going on seeing videos of black Americans and Americans getting emotional, crying when they see the much love that Speed is getting from Africa. And I'm wondering, how much hate did these people put into, how much hate and fear did these people put into the Americans when they think about Africans? Because I'm seeing the way the black Americans are saying that they are surprised seeing how Africa is developed, how Africans love black Americans, and that is how Africans have always been. This is how Africans has always been. Africa is developing each and every day. Africa is getting. Let me just tell you something that you don't know. Blacks are very smart. Blacks are very intelligent, and that is the reason why even those white need them in America. And that's how Africa is developing, because we have smart people. And one thing about black, and one thing about Africans, we love people. We love people. And actually, you know what? When an African comes from Africa and goes to the America, that is how they're surprised that people are categorized as black and white. They are always surprised, because here in Africa we are always equal. We don't care whether you are brown, you are white, you are any. We are always equal, and we always love each other. So I'm wondering how much hate these people put, how much fear do these people put into the Americans? And they're now saying that they're surprised that the Africans love their own. Even, in fact, including the father of ISHOWSPEED is surprised. That tells you a lot, guys. Let us see some videos, some more videos, then we'll come back and react on this same story. Don't forget to subscribe, and also don't forget to like.
Asking myself why I'm getting emotional watching these streams. I'm seeing the love he's receiving in Angola, in South Africa, and it's overwhelming in the best way, especially knowing how differently he was treated in Europe. That contrast really hit watching a black man from the United States, with his visibility and presence, go back to the African continent and be welcomed, respected, and treated with humanity. It does something to you. Because growing up, we were constantly told Africa was unsafe, primitive, somewhere we didn't belong, somewhere that didn't want us. And now I'm watching the exact opposite. I'm watching warmth. I'm watching pride. I'm watching people embrace him simply for being who he is. What really moves me is how free he looks, just existing, being black without having to think about being black. Natural hair, brown skin, no fear, no judgment. I know Africa isn't perfect. There are real issues, just like anywhere else.
Speed going to Africa is way deeper than what you think it is. And I'll tell you why. So, everybody growing up in the States, I can't speak for other countries, but people growing up in the States, you see Africa, especially as a kid, you see Africa as like some like desert with really primitive people just walking around with fucking spears and shit. But what Speed is doing, he's showing all the cities and all this shit, and that it's more than that. And I'll say for me, fortunately for me, somebody was able to show me this shit early on. So I was able to recognize like, oh, so there's way more out there. But Speed is showing this shit in real time on a stream, showing you how this shit is. And he's getting more love down there than he was getting in Europe, where racism was born. So, all this shit is intertwined. It's way deeper than what you.
Y'all probably wondering why I'm crying. I've been watching Speed streams, and I'm seeing all the love that he's getting in Angola. He's in South Africa, and he's getting massive amount of love. And the way that he was treated in Europe was disgusting. But to see him be a black man from the United States of African descent and be able to go back to the continent and be treated like a human by civilized African people, when we've been taught that Africa is primitive, that it's dangerous, don't go back, they have this, they have that, they don't want you, they don't like you. And to see an African American man with his stature go back to the motherland and be treated with so much respect. This is what our people fought for. This is what they fought for when they fought against Jim Crow and segregation. This is what the slave revolts were about. This is what it's always been about. Is to be able to go back home to a home that you've never been and be unapologetically black and not have to think about being black. Just being able to have your natural hair and your brown skin and not be judged and not be racially profiled and not be killed. I love the love that he is getting. And I love the love that all of my African American people are getting in the continent. And I know there's a lot of issues. I know there's a lot of things that need to be worked out.
Speed is pissing off America. America has tried so hard to make it look like Africans were living over in bedrock with the Flintstones, and everybody's at war holding a machete with some tuxedo shoes. America tries so hard to make it look like Africans are out there stopping cars with their feet. That's not the case. Every time I saw Africa growing up as a kid, it was on Feed the Children. For 70 cents you could feed a child, and they show nothing but starving people. ISHOWSPEED is showing women that are looking thick and delicious. Send me 70 cents. Whatever they're eating, I need to eat, because I'm trying to be thick and delicious, and food out here is expensive. It's hard to gain weight. Speed even showed a guy living with his 2 wives, and they both have their own separate home. And when he gets tired of the both of them, he goes to his own place. Africa is living in the future. Speed is exposing the world to a whole different level of Africa and getting away from that propaganda.
A lot of people talk about ISHOWSPEED's streams, and everybody's excited about, oh, he's being treated like a human. He's in Africa. He's black. What do you mean he's being treated like a human being? Like, before I came here, I didn't know that I was black. I knew I was Nigerian. I knew there were Kenyans. I knew there were other people. But I never got to see that the color of my skin was black or anything. All that to say, he's being treated like a human being. He's being treated like people see him, because that's how Africans are. And I think a lot of these diaspora wars are spurred by people who have no clue what's going on. Because I come into this country and talk to African Americans and see, hey, they don't hate me. Like, they're not trying to end me. And they're so surprised too that I don't hate them. It's like, dude, like, you don't think me less? I'm like, no, my dude, you have so much street smarts, and I want you to teach me, you know. And I think a lot of the evil things that we've heard have been people trying to pit human beings against each other.
Let me tell you something. Spee's Africa streams, they hit differently, fam. Way better than his streams anywhere else, especially in Europe. I'm noticing it. And I gotta ask, are you noticing too? Because it's all love over there. The vibes, pure good energy, no drama, no crazy names being yelled at him. Just people vibing, doing his catchphrases, embarking with him like it's a whole movement. And hold up, he even met the president of Angola. You know, he's out here living, doing races, and it's all good times. Honestly, this is the energy we need everywhere. But here's the thing. Why are the people in Africa treating Spee so much better than in some other places? Especially Eastern Europe, where it's not always the same vibe. Could it be that people have been misrepresenting Africa for years?
So much joy. I never saw, like, you would see a white person in Africa before you see a Black American. The same white Americans, you see them in Africa before you see a Black. It's so crazy because white Americans will go to Africa, have a grand ass time. And then the Black Americans, the ones that look really close to a lot of Africans, are the ones that are like, yeah, they hate us. I can't go. They won't accept us. Like, why? How come you've already made up your mind before you even know anything? And that's how I know it's y'all's racist granddaddies, white granddaddies. I see a lot of Black Americans saying, oh, I don't think Africans like us. You don't think 54 countries in Africa, like 54 different countries with thousands of different tribes of people, they don't like just you from one country in America, like in North America? Like, you really think, like, how did you come to that conclusion?
Africa tour is kind of scaring me right now because the amount of people admitting that they didn't realize that Africa wasn't just like sticks and mud. That, like, Africa actually has, modern technology and roads and running water and all that type of stuff. And then that Africa is a continent, not a country. I've seen clips of Speed's tour, and I love it because every place he goes, he kind of rewrites the stereotype or the image that people have in their head, and he shows that, hey, this is a normal place. But especially with Africa, some of y'all I genuinely worry about. Because even when people who are like, oh, but the American propaganda makes you think that Africa is just nothing and extremely all this. Guys, can you do a little bit of research and maybe just a little bit of logical thinking? Do you really think an entire continent would just be sticks and mud and tribal people? If you just look up Africa City, you will see so many cities that look just like ours with skyscrapers, big buildings, roads.
Right, welcome back. Now, when ISHOWSPEED announced that he was coming to Africa, that was the most amazing thing that Africans were waiting to hear, because we have always we always love seeing ISHOWSPEED going to other continents. We have always been following him, and now we were waiting for that opportune time for him to come to Africa, so that the whole world can see how Africa is developed and how Africans love people. Now, we are also waiting for those Black Americans that are saying that they want to come to Africa. We are always ready to receive you with so much love. That is how we Africans are always. You'll never hear an Africa attacking someone because he's black or white. You'll never hear something like that. Africans, our skin shows love. We are always love, and we don't care whether you're colored, your skin. We have never cared about that. That is who we are. And trust you me, when we talk about development, just in the coming years, we will be so much happy. We will be so much developed. Even the white will be shocked. Even those people, and I'm not saying that all whites are bad. No, that's not my point. But I'm talking about those people that are segregating each and every day, are segregating Africans, saying that they're dumb, saying that putting them down each and every day. We are talking about those people that want they want African to be down, showing the bad part of Africa. That's what they've always been putting out there, that Africans are poor. But do you know what? Africans are driving cars. Africans have airports. Did Speed come with a boat to Africa? No, he came with an aeroplane. That actually means that Africa has an airport. Even those people that come here to report bad news about Africa, they always come through the airport. That means that Africans have developed airports. So we want to sincere request those people that want to come to Africa. You are always welcome. We want you to come. And actually, let me just also remind you something about Africans. As much as we are developing, we have never left out our culture. That's why you're seeing ISHOWSPEED being clothed with our African clothes, because we are always into our culture. We always love our own culture, and we have never left them. You know, one day I heard a story of someone that was saying that in America, that the kids are always told, if they want the kids to eat, they're always told that you eat or we'll take you to Africa. And because that mindset that they have put to those kids, that Africa is a bad place, Africa don't have food, Africans are suffering each and every day, those kids now are scared. People are scared there of Africa. But now ISHOWSPEED has shown something totally different. People are shocked to see how Africa is something else apart from what they have always been told. How Africans is full of love. Africa don't care whether you are black or white. We don't care. We don't care. As much as you come with love, we'll always give that love. But when you come with war, of course, we'll reciprocate, we'll give you back that war. But we are always full of love, and we care. And if we start talking about the bad people, there's no specific particular place where there's no bad people. Everywhere there's bad people. But you'll never hear someone from Africa has been killed because of his skin color. You'll never hear that. Because Africa will love each other. Guys, tell me what to think about this topic down there on the comment section. And of course, as I have said, join us in the journey to 1,000 subscribers. Please, just subscribe. That is the only way you can support this YouTube channel. And of course, don't forget to like so that YouTube algorithm may share it everywhere. See you in the next video. Goodbye. Thank you for watching.